Hey guys, so today I'm gonna finally review the Logitech MX keys from Mac. And I've been after this keyboard for quite some time because currently I use the K4 version 2 of Keychron, which is a mechanical keyboard, but for Mac as well. So I've been meaning to try this out. I've actually, I found out a few things that I thought I would like about it. That's why I wanted it. And today I'm gonna do a detailed review about it. I'll tell you all the stuff that I like about it and also that one thing that I really don't. So let's go check it out. So first, let's quickly unbox it. And when you do, you first see the box. And mine is in bad shape because I got this in a deal which said it was box damaged and it had been opened once. So once you open the box, you see the keyboard itself, this small box with a USB dongle in it, also the USB-C cable, and some papers like the guide and manual, etc. And that's it. As for the version I have, this is the version for Mac. There's one that's for both PC and Mac, and it doesn't have just a command and option key written here. It's command / control, etc. But mine, since I only use a Mac, I got this one. So if you use a PC as well, that might be better for you. Also, my layout isn't the typical layout. This is the US International one. That's what's written on the box. But if you look at the Apple Magic Keyboard, in that it's called the British version. So this basically has a smaller shift key and a couple of other keys like the tilde is down here, a few things like that. So that's the version that I have. As for the price, this thing retails at $119 on the Logitech website. Now, these days you also get a free palm rest with it, which usually costs separate. I got this for around $75 because as you saw the box, it was a box damaged version and it had been opened. The guy claimed that he opened it and also checked it, but it's brand new. As for the look and feel, honestly, I love this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Spoken like a true geek. The color in the Mac version, it's space gray, and the non-Mac version is basically, it's all dark gray. I like this better. It matches with my MacBook as well. The keys, they're black. It has a small Logi logo on top of it, and it just looks beautiful to me. I'm really happy with the look. The feel is very sturdy. It's really heavy. It's not really heavy. It's heavier than you'd think a keyboard would be, like a normal keyboard, because it has a battery in it. It's not metal. This is plastic. And that was a bit of a surprise to me because it feels really solid, but you can tell it's plastic, but it's a very solid, sturdy, thick plastic probably. So it doesn't feel cheap or flimsy in any way, you know? It doesn't really bend too much. It could if you really pushed it, but I'm not gonna. But yeah, the look and feel is great. I absolutely love it. Compared to the Apple Magic full layout keyboard, people think that's really a nice looking keyboard. I honestly think this is just as nice. Frankly, I might even like it more, to be honest. I'm gonna give the look and the feel a 9.5 out of 10. Although the Apple Magic Keyboard's metal, I believe. But this one gets a 9.5 from me. As for the keys, I really like these keys. They have really good travel and it's better than the Apple Magic Keyboard. That travel is much less than this. This has more depth. They're very tactile. These are membrane keys. Of course, they're not mechanical. They're the chiclet style, but they feel really good. They have these small indents, you know, these concave shapes inside it, which helps your fingers kind of get placed and sit onto the keys. So I really like it. They sound really good. You can even hear it. So honestly, I think it's fantastic. The keys I really like. The only, I guess, disadvantage is that it's not mechanical. But you have to understand that this is not meant to be. This is not such a thick keyboard. So there's another thing that basically the keyboard that I have, the layout is the British English one, which is called the US International in Logitech. In this, the only problem is that the shift key is small. And because they put a tilde key down here, and over here they have this double S and double plus sign instead of the tilde key. Also, the page up and down end and home buttons are replaced with arrows. They do the same function, it's just a different label. So that's one difference. And yeah, the enter sign has a different logo on the numpad. But that's about it, you know? So the only thing that irritates me is the shift key. I wish the left side shift key was bigger because I'm used to that. But I love the layout. It's from where I'm coming from anyways. I used to use an Apple keyboard before this and I was used to this layout. I wasn't really getting used to the Keychron layout, which is the 96% one, because the key placement was kind of different. But the keys are awesome. I'm gonna give these keys a 9 out of 10 because I love the look, the feel, the typing experience, and the indents as well. And even the layout, since it's just my layout and the normal one doesn't have the shift problem, I won't cut marks for that. So it's a 9 out of 10 for me. Guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, think about hitting a like and subscribing. As for the features, this thing is packed with features. So the first thing is that it has a backlight, which is one reason that I bought it. I only wanted one that had a backlight and is Bluetooth. And of course, this is wireless, it's Bluetooth. If the Bluetooth is not the thing you want to use, it also comes with a USB dongle, as you saw in the unboxing. So you can use both. I'm using Bluetooth, of course. So basically, the backlight, it's white light, it's not RGB, but it has an automatic setting. It can auto detect your environment and brighten it or lighten it according to whatever it feels is right. Or you can do it manually, which is what I've done. It has the key backlight switch, which usually MacBooks used to have, not anymore, I think. But it has that as well. So it also has a proximity sensor. So when you bring your fingers close to it, it suddenly turns on the light. The keyboard doesn't turn off. It doesn't go into sleep mode. It's on, but the keyboard's lights turn off if you don't use it for maybe like 30 seconds or something. That saves battery. So I love it. It really works really well, this proximity sensor, which is fantastic. It is a great option, I think so. Also, this has the easy switch feature, which means that it has dedicated buttons, 1, 2, and 3 for 3 devices. You can just press one button and it will be connected to one Bluetooth device. And while you're typing, if you have another laptop or iPad or something, just press number 2 and you'll be instantly on that device. And it can do up to 3 because it has 3 dedicated ones. And you don't have to press function and that, it's just a dedicated key. So that is an awesome feature as well. Plus, it has a calculator dedicated button. It has a screenshot button dedicated, which I really like. I consider that part of the features and it's just absolutely awesome. It also has softwares with it. Now, the Logitech MX keys works with the option software in which you can program some of the keys to whatever use you want, which is fantastic. Having a software really opens up a new world for a keyboard. Also, it's compatible with Logitech Flow, which usually is used with the MX3 Master Mice, etc. So basically you can cut and copy paste from one computer to another, whether it's PC or whether it is Mac. So you don't have to use a third-party software, and this is compatible with that. You can just paste text, copy PDFs, etc., and it just has to be connected to the same network. So it also has that. Also, this has a 10-meter range from your device, which is pretty all right. And it has an on and off button and a USB-C charging port. However, you cannot use this in wired mode. You can't put in a USB-C cable and connect it to your laptop and just use it directly without Bluetooth. I read in one website that you could, but that was wrong. It was some review somebody had written. I think it was PC Mag. They got it wrong. But you can't do that. But I'm going to give the features a 9.5 out of 10 because I think these features are rock solid and they're really useful. And the best thing is they work well. Now, as for the battery, this thing has a pretty good battery. It's stated that it gives you 10 days with the backlight on and 5 months with the backlight off. And I think that's pretty reasonable. Honestly, it does give you more than 10 days. On regular usage, it'll give you 2 weeks easily. Maybe more. If you have light usage, it might even go to 3. So I think the battery is really good. So I'm going to give the battery an 8 out of 10 because it could have had a better battery. But honestly, in keyboards, it's really good anyway. So I don't think it's a bad battery either, but I'm not going to give it a 9 out of 10. An 8 is what it gets. Now, as for cons or issues that I've experienced, I'll tell you. The first one is that when I first tried to connect this, it didn't connect immediately. It asks for some code that you have to write, just some numbers that it gives. You have to write those numbers and press enter. I think I messed up on the enter. It took me 2-3 tries. But once I did it, it connects flawlessly. So I don't think that's really a con, but I thought I would mention that. However, the launchpad button, that's an important button to me. I love that in Macs. I need it. I like to go to see whichever softwares I need. So that didn't work in the beginning, but then I went to preferences in my Mac and over there I had to check. There was a checkbox. I had to tick it and I turned it on and now it's working flawlessly as well. So I don't know if that's even a con, but it wasn't working before. However, the calculator button wasn't working for 3-4 days. Every time I'd click it, it wouldn't bring the calculator out. And also I went in the preferences and tried to find how to turn it on, but I couldn't. But today it just started working. The calculator button. So I don't know why, it just needed some time, which doesn't really make sense. Computers don't need time to adjust, but something happened. Maybe it was my computer or whatever, but now it's working perfectly and everything else works well. The one con that I feel is in my version actually is this darn shift button. This shift button is small and I'm used to having it this big, which is basically the layout in almost every keyboard. So I keep pressing the tilde button instead accidentally. This is the only con I have with this keyboard, which I'm already getting used to because I just press it more on the left side. So it's not such a big deal, but I'm not gonna deduct points for that because this is only in my silly international version, the US international or the British English version, call it whatever. So I can't really deduct points for it. So those are the cons and issues I've had so far. I haven't really had much more trouble with it and it's going pretty smoothly. Okay, so overall, this thing gets a 36 out of 40, which is a great score. But forget the score, it doesn't matter. I absolutely love this keyboard. I think this is awesome. It is something I can easily recommend to anybody who has a Mac or actually has even a PC. Don't get the Mac version then. The Logitech MX keys is an awesome keyboard option and I would encourage anybody to try it out or get it for yourself. It looks amazing, it feels amazing, sturdy, it's got awesome features, awesome options, the battery is great, the layout is on the regular one really good. Even this one, it's pretty good. The backlight's there, the keys, they feel good, they're tactile, they have these special Logitech indents in them as I mentioned, and this is a 2 thumbs up for me. So don't even think about it if you're looking for the best Mac keyboard. Yeah, there's also the Keychron K4 and my next video is going to compare this with this and I'm going to tell you what I think is even better because I've been using this for 6 months, so I can really tell you which one is better. This is an awesome keyboard as well, but it does have its own flaws. So my next video, watch out for that, subscribe if you haven't, and I will compare these two and I will tell you which one I'm going to let go and which one I'm going to keep. But I really like the MX keys. This review, it's a big pass. So I hope my video was useful to you. I hope you liked it. Hit a like, write a comment, let me know what you think as well. Subscribe if you want to. Until our next video, take care. Bye.